I have the last 3 records that I've made. I've had the great privilege, really, it's been a dream of mine, to work with and meet the wonderful singer-songwriter Judy Collins, who heard me, her manager heard me singing in a coffee shop in Austin, Texas a bunch of years ago. I was fighting the espresso machine at a Starbucks and got lucky. And so, and Judy has a record label called Wildflower Records based in New York City, and so she signed me to her record label, and she's put out my last 3 records, and it's just been a real dream of mine to meet her and to have a relationship with her and to be able to tour the world really with her and open shows for her. And because I do a lot of work with her, she hears my songs, and she's so supportive. I mean, she's a wonderful and extraordinary songwriter herself, but really what's so extraordinary to me about her is just her ear for great songs. I mean, she's the first person who recorded Joni Mitchell before Joni was signed. And she befriended Leonard Cohen, who wrote Suzanne in her house as a poem, as a tone poem that he was diddling on the piano, and she kind of wandered in and heard it and said, "You have to finish that because I want to record that tomorrow." And that's a true story. So Judy's just got this, she's just got the right sense for this sort of stuff. So, it was a little daunting and I was scared, but, she started hearing my music and she was really supportive. And then I found out that she'd been singing one of my songs in concert. And she wouldn't sing it when I was playing with her because I would sing it. So she would only sing it when another person was opening for her. And, but I started hearing people call me or email me and say, "Hey, Judy, not only does she sing your song, she tells this long story about you before the song, and it's really amazing." And I was like, "God, that's so great." So I called her manager to find out when maybe I could hear this. And she said, "Well, Judy was going to be playing last summer at the Newport Folk Festival, which was the 50th anniversary, I think. Yeah. Were you there? Was anybody there? I wasn't able to be there, but it was broadcast live, and at the time I was still living, I guess this was 2 summers ago or last summer. It was broadcast live on New York City's radio station WFUV. MVY had it too. I love MVY. So they were broadcasting it live, and so I knew that I could listen, and her manager had told me kind of where in the set that she would be singing my song. So I called my parents who live in Maryland, and I said, "Look, you can get on to FUV.org and you can listen to the live, broadcast on their website." And then we could all call each other and experience this together, which was so, it was really important for me to have that moment because, I went to one of those very, very expensive liberal arts colleges up this way that I'm still paying off. And if you can imagine my father at the end of my college career, I graduated with honors, and I said, "That's great, I want to be a folk singer." He's a little worried. So, and holding out that dream of law school still. So I thought if he heard Judy Collins, sing something that I wrote, that maybe, he would be okay with that. And so we all listened in together, and it was an extraordinary thing. And right before Judy's set was Arlo Guthrie's set, and they're friends. So Arlo was kind of hanging out around, the stage, and the whole portion of this afternoon was hosted by Pete Seeger. So Pete was going to be hanging out there too. And then I was told that she'd be singing my song right after she sang a duet with Joan Baez of Diamonds and Rust. And so Joan was going to be there. So I'm thinking, this is what I'm imagining as I'm listening in. That it's Arlo Guthrie, Joan Baez, Judy Collins, and Pete Seeger on stage at the same time, and she's just going to say my name. I'm fairly comfortable with my, level of fame. I'm #1 in Serbia. And so, to have those 4 people on stage and have this, extraordinary woman say my name, and I was just so excited. So there we are, and we're listening, and I've got shivers and goosebumps, and, it's just so amazing. And this is archived, too, so you can go and listen to this. And so this is what you hear. And imagine Judy Collins, she wears this glittering long gown of white, sequins, and she's got the hair and the eyes, and she talks a little like this when she talks and tells stories. She's just so lovely and theatrical. And there I was, and I heard this voice and this young woman and this singer and songwriter and amazing, and this song, and it just heartfelt, and I had to sing it, and I'm so excited to announce to you, her name is, now listen, archived, WFUV.org. Her name is, I'm sorry, what? Yes. What? Oh, Pete. Oh, Pete Seeger just told me the funniest joke. I'll share it with you after the song. Anyway. Yeah, forgetting to say my name. Which was disappointing. Now the thing is, Judy's made it up to me. Judy Collins put a record out this year called Paradise, and she recorded that song, this next song, on her record. So that was really wonderful. And so we're good. Judy and I are good. Pete Seeger. Pete Seeger, however. He's what, 92? Did I mention I lived in Jersey? And I know that man is like the grandfather of folk music, of everything good and, you know, a life of integrity. Pete Seeger, he has, right? But I will, if I meet that man in a dark alley, kick his ass with that banjo. If I had a freaking hammer. Anyway, this is the song. I still see my brother Michael, pressed and polished, shaking hands down at the store. And everyone had come to see the All-Star hop the Greyhound bus to go to war. He punched me in the arm to say goodbye. It was the first time that I saw our father cry. And I kept all my brother's letters tied in ribbon in a box beneath my bed. And every night I read by flashlight with the covers in a tent above my head. His words said not to worry, doing fine. Was his way of trying to ease my mind. I was trying not to read between the lines. The weight of the world, too heavy to live. So much to lose, so much to miss, that it doesn't seem fair that an innocent boy should have to carry the weight of the world. And it was homecoming and football games and picking out our dresses for the prom, with my brother in some desert dodging bullets when he wasn't dodging bombs. We went from the land of brave and free, and just being afraid to disagree. I was being brought down to my knees by the weight of the world, all too heavy to lift, so much to lose, so much to miss, that it doesn't seem fair that an innocent boy should have to carry the weight of the world. Oh, it was the middle of December when the army sent my brother home at last. While the flagpole by the football field flew the colors sailors halfway down the mast. The wind blew cold and snow was coming down. Still everybody turned out from our town as we laid my brother in that frozen ground. The weight of the world, too heavy to lift. So much was lost. Seem fair that any boy or any girl should have to carry the weight of the world, should have to carry the weight of the world. I still see my brother Michael, pressed and polished, shaking hands down at the store.